This is lesson 25C. This is part of your bonus unit, focusing on back up and push. And this lesson is going to focus on the bow stuff, specifically the hokum bowing. We're going to work on applying the hokum pattern to the B part. So hopefully you did your homework and learned those left hand double stops, because you won't have the cheat sheet in front of you for this lesson. Okay, you can still have your cheat sheet in front of you at home, but it won't be on the screen for you. So before we start, let me remind you what the hokum bowing is. We spent some time on that in previous units, but to remind you what it is, it's a 16-note pattern. It is comprised of 4 groups of 3 and a last group of 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the 5th group is 1, 2, 3, 4. So, simply put, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it starts again, okay? And that is just a built-in syncopation. By superimposing those groups of 3 over groups of 4, it just shifts the beat around a little bit and causes different syncopated notes to jump out. And that's what those top melody notes are. Those are the ending of every group of 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, until the very last group. And then, well, it's still on the 3rd note of that group, but then you have a 4th note after that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so your string crossing is always going to happen on the 3rd note of every group. All right, let's get started and try to apply it to the B part. We're going to do like I just did. We're just going to play the top notes. So, and we're just going to get that hokum pattern going. You know, I think I will throw a cheat sheet up for you, just so you have every option available to you. And let's go ahead and try to play just that much. We're going to play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to bar your 2nd finger, make sure it's covering the 5th, and then get that 3rd finger ready to be an upper neighbor. Okay? Let's try it. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ready, and go, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Got it? It'll take you a while to get into the swing of this, so I'm going to give you another 2 tries. Let's try it again. Find your 5th. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, let me point out, when you cross over to the A string, first you cross on a down bow, then you cross on an up bow, then on a down bow. Listen, watch. Down, up, down, up, down. So they'll always alternate for you. Okay, let's try it one last time, then we're going to loop it. Find your 5th. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. Okay, now we're going to do what I call a loop, and that is where we're just going to play that cycle over and over and over, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So every time you have the group of 4, you have to be prepared to start 1 again. And that's, if you can successfully do this loop, you can do the hokum bowing. Okay, so let's try to nail this. A little slower than what I just demonstrated. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Okay, now just to remind you, why am I counting 1, 2, 3, 4? It's probably making some of you irritated at me. It's to call to your attention that that's the end of a cycle and it's time to start a new cycle. In other words, it breaks the pattern momentarily. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have to play more notes on the D string. So it momentarily interrupts our pattern. I will now not say anything and we'll see if you can hang in there, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, so that's it. Now we just have to learn to speed it up and start accenting those string crossings a little bit and change our left hand note patterns. So let's take the next pattern. We just did. Now we're going to do this. We'll work on that one for a while. Okay, so find your first finger on the E and low C on the A. And your third finger is going to have the same job. He's just going to do an upper neighbor. Okay, let's try that. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Again. Let's go back to the first pattern. Starts with a fifth with a low 2. Okay? 1, 2, ready, go. Stop. Go to the next pattern. 1 and 2. Ready, go. Now let's do that without stopping. Listen to me. Hear how cool that's gonna be. We'll slow down and let's try it. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Now, can we go back and forth for a little while? Like this. Just make a loop out of those 2 bigger units. Let's try it. We're going to speed it up just a little bit. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Okay, now let's learn the last 2 chords that we have to do the hokum on. The next chord is a G major chord. The first chord, let me just tell you, was an F chord. The next chord is a C major chord. Okay, and the next chord is where we jumped over to a higher string, remember? So we're going to have first finger on the A, second finger on the E, that's a B and a G. And we're outlining a G major chord. Okay, let's try that one. Same pattern. Third finger has the same job. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Let's do it as a loop, 4 times. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. That was 4 or 5. Okay, so that's the G major chord. The last chord is a C chord, but we have a little bit different melody. We get to play that nice B flat. It's just up a scale. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. So it's a low 2, a normal 3, and a low 4. We'll work on this just a little bit since it's a little bit different. So find a fifth, starting with C natural on the A string and G natural on the E string. A nice low 2 fifth. And the pattern is just up the scale and down the scale. Try it with me. 1, 2, slowly, ready, go. Again, ready, go. Okay, let's loop it. Same speed, and we'll do it 4 times. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Now let's try looping the G chord with that C chord, the one with the B flat, like this. And then we'll go back again. Okay, so go back to the G chord. That's 1 on A, 2 on E. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Again. Again. Got it? Okay. Now, we're going to put all 4 chords together. And we're going to play the F into the C, into the G, into the C. All right? And I'll have a little cheat sheet up to help you, okay? Because I want you focusing just on, not on worrying about the notes, but on getting this music to come out, okay? Then eventually the cheat sheet is going to go away. All right, so find your F chord. That's a 2 on the D and on the A. F and C. Are you ready? Here we go. So we're going to go through it. Listen to me once. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you only get to do each hokum cycle once on each chord. That's where it's tricky, is that you just have to know, your left hand has to know where it's going. Okay, and that just takes practice. You ready? All right, find your F chord. Ready? We'll go about this fast. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. I've got a secret for you. If that's all you can do, that's going to be really cool. If you can just do that much, you don't even have to learn the double stops. It still allows you to do the hokum bowing. And when other people see you doing the hokum bowing, their respect for you goes a lot higher. So if you can't do the double stops right now, don't worry about it. Just get this hokum pattern learned. Let's try that cycle again. Find your F chord. Same speed. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to do it together again, and I'm going to give you just a microsecond to change your left hand. And if that helps you, if you're able to play better that way, then you know that it's not the bow causing you problems. It's your left hand not knowing its part. So that'll give you a hint as to what you need to practice. Let's try it that way. Here we go. Find your F chord. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Okay, so decide where your problems lie and get really good at doing that upper string, the upper note. I want you to be able to get it to about, 72, to the half note. That means you have to go this fast. Okay, so we're going to try it right now so that you'll have a segment of video that you can practice with to test yourself to see if you can do it at 72. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That's a very respectable tempo. So that's your goal, the minimum goal that you want. Okay, now the rest of this video is going to be teaching you to do that hokum bowing, the same bowing, but helping you to learn to implement the left hand double stops. Okay, so let's do it the same way. I'm going to teach you the first chord, the F chord. And that is, remember you had to bar your fifth, now add first finger on the G string, and you get. So you're really only adding one note. You've learned all the rest, and you don't have to move the first finger. He just stays put. Okay, let's try it. Plant your fifth. Plant your first finger. Here we go. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and go. Okay, some of you are struggling. It's like suddenly a totally different song. Well, why? It's all we did is add one more note. You're freaking yourself out if that's the case. So what you need to remember is playing double stops does not require more pressure or more bow weight. It does not. It just requires greater accuracy with what plane you're on. You have to switch from the plane that shares the G and the D to the plane that shares the D and the A. And you have to do it with great agility. And that requires, of course, your swivel elbow, which we've talked about, and no shoulder motion, okay? And your left hand is probably just clamming up. You got to learn to do this in a relaxed way, and that just takes a lot of practice and mind over matter. I know it's a tendency to clamp down with your hand. You just got to learn to not do it, okay? So let's try playing it. Here's a trick that I like to teach my students. We're going to play it pianissimo. Pianissimo with the left hand, I want you to barely touch, and pianissimo with the right hand, like this. That just helps to relax the left hand if both hands are doing it together. Let's try that. Find your fifth, low 2, and plant your 1. Okay, here we go. Pianissimo. 1, 2, ready, go. If that helps you, then you know that's how you need to practice it. Okay, now let's go ahead and do a loop with that F chord. I'm going to go ahead and keep it in pianissimo, all right, because I think it's really helpful in learning to relax. Just I'm going to loop it 4 times. 1, 2, a 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, now let's go to the C chord. And to do that, we're going to move over. See how we have that 1 and that 2? We just scoot them over. Remember, we did this before. Okay, so now we have an open G. That's a real easy one. Let's try that. Keep it in pianissimo. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Okay. You ready to try that as a loop? Let's do it. Open G, 1 and 2. 1, 2, loop and go. Getting a little bit loud, and I'm also tightening up a little bit, so let me remind you to relax. I'm guilty sometimes too. Okay, let's loop those 2. So we have F, C. Okay, let's try it nice and slow. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, let's do the G chord. That's where we have to hop over to a new string, and that is open D. So we could take this 5th here that we were just on, and we hop over again. So we've got open D, and 1, and 2. Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Again, let's do it 3 times in a row. Ready, set, go. And then the final C chord is where we have to go back to 1st finger on the D, 2nd finger barred across the 5th. Can you find that? 1, 2, and 2. Okay, and that's the one where we get our B flat. You ready? Let's try that one. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Let's do it 3 times in a row. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, now let's quickly loop the G chord and that final C. So we've got, okay, let's try that as a loop. We'll do it maybe like 3 times. Find your G chord. You ready? 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Again. Okay, you ready to try the whole chord sequence? So we go from F to C to G to C. All right, and we only get 1 cycle of a Hokum pattern per chord. Let's go ahead and try it. We'll do it maybe 3 times and then I'll turn you loose and let you work on it by yourself. Okay, find your F chord. Remember that has the 5th and the low 1. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. I just realized something that might be bothersome for some of you. I think the tricky part is where you have to change from using the G string over to using the E string, and that's on the G chord. Okay, so let's pay careful attention to that transition, and I think if you practice getting that transition, you're gonna succeed better with this. Let's try it again. Find your F chord. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Okay, now let's do it again with where you can see my fingers more easily, and we're going to go through the whole B part, which means we do that chord progression 2 times. Okay, ready? 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Okay, now there's one more thing I want to mention, and that is the very ending. We don't truly repeat the Hokum pattern 2 times all the way through. We do it 1 time. Okay, that's 1 time through the chord progression. Then we do the F chord, and then the C chord, and then the G chord, but we don't finish it. Okay, so that's one final thing that you need to learn is on the second time in the G chord. Then you go into your tag ending. Can we try that? Just to start on the G chord, and we're gonna go down, up, down. It's on that second down bow that you split off from the hokum and end with the melody. Okay, let's try stopping at that point. Find your G chord. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Let's do that one more time, and then I'll teach you the tag ending. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Okay, so right on that down bow, you go. You can do any bowing you want, and that doesn't matter, but the notes are G, G, A, G, E, D, or 2, 2, 3, 2, open 3. Try it. Ready, go. Again, ready, go. One more time. And again, I just decorate it with a little scoop. And then I'm back to the beginning, if I want to. Okay, let's plug it in. Listen to me. Okay, try it. 1, 2, ready, and go, and. Again. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, we're ready to try the whole B together. Are you ready? Okay, and then you can practice with this segment a lot more. Find your F chord. 1, 2, ready, and go. And that's all you need to be able to apply the hokum bowing to this tune. I want you to work on it a lot and try to get it at about 72 half note, which is, it's only a little bit faster than what we've already been doing. So I hope that this video was doable for you. I hope I didn't go too fast for you, but if I did, just work up to it. Okay, and I'll see you in lesson D, where we'll talk about the key and the scale for this tune. See you there.